in this video, I'm going to remind you why you should never let your competition set your pricing. So I'm going to walk you through how we were able to build a business, did $300,000 in the first year by completely ignoring what the competition was doing. All right, let's get to it. So a couple years ago, we launched a company called Wet Shave Club, essentially old school shaving products and soaps on a subscription box basis. And we were selling initially about $12 per month, which was double the price that Dollar Shave Club was selling for. But we knew we had a different audience. We had an audience of people that were motivated, that was a niche thing that they love to do, and they were not necessarily price shopping, right? And that $12 per month, even though it was a good price point at the time, ended up being something that we changed very, very soon, and we went to $29 per month. So in order to get there, we had to raise the value of the box that we were delivering. So we added soaps, we added additional blades, we added a premium razor, we added tinctures, we added like a whole host of additional things, scents and aftershave and so on. And by then we really raised the value of the box and were able to then create like a premium product that went for $29 per month. And I remember at the time, people were doubting us, it would be impossible. And yeah, here are the results of our first year in business. So this is a reminder that you have to really stick to your convictions. You don't have to essentially follow the market. You can create your own pathway and build a brand that people identify with and do really, 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 really well. So I know some people would disagree. They would say, well, if you lowered the price, you could have made that up in volume, right? Which technically is true. But for me, I would rather sell 5 products at $20 than 20 products at $6. In the second version, I would make a little bit more money, but there is a cost to dealing with a $6 customer versus a $20 customer versus a $500 customer. And it may seem counterintuitive, but very often customers that you acquire that spend less money per transaction end up being more difficult to deal with. They take up more customer service time. There are more issues. This seems very counterintuitive, but it's exactly what I realized in my decade or so of building businesses. Customers that pay a higher price point are easier to deal with, seem to have fewer issues, and cost less on the customer service and operational delivery side of the business. So just remember that. So if I take the risk to build a business from scratch, I would never let my competitors set my pricing. Pricing is at my discretion and the discretion of the marketplace. And I'm able to tweak that discretion based on the brand and the customer experience that I provide. So no, I'm not going to sell like $5 widgets or $3 drop shipping. I don't get into those types of businesses. I build businesses where I'm able to provide a lot of value. That value saves my customer a lot of time, provides a lot of convenience, and because of that value, they have no problem spending money that matches that value. So all stages of your business, your pricing is within your control, and again, you set that pricing based on branding and customer experience. So here's another cool thing about pricing that people sometimes don't think about. And I was one of those people. I never really considered this until I became an entrepreneur. So very often, your pricing denotes your quality. Now, even if your quality doesn't match your pricing, people infer quality based on your pricing. So for example, if you have a product or service that you're selling for $1,000, let's say it's a course or something, people already assign some value to that based on the pricing cues. Now, if you sold that same course for $9.99 or something, they're going to assume a lot less value for that. So whenever you encounter customers that are looking for a lot of value, you can sometimes price yourself out of their market by underpricing. And this is also something that's pretty counterintuitive for people sometimes, especially when you're starting out as a new entrepreneur. You think that you price people out based on your prices being too high. Very often you price people out based on your prices being too low. So just remember this, your pricing denotes your value. And for me, I would rather stack my value up to match a higher price than lower my value down to match a lower price. So I hope this was helpful and you got something from this. Again, I'm pretty new to YouTube. I've been building businesses, so I'm not like expert at presenting this stuff, but I enjoy it. And, I hope I can add some value to you. Very often on YouTube, you find people giving advice that they haven't done. Like you'll get videos where it's like the top 10 niches you should do in 2024 or something. And I'm like, but how many of those niches have you actually done? Like how many have you been successful at? And very often that number is 0. And for me, I do take some pride in the fact that I only talk about things that I've actually done. I talk only about niches I've actually been successful in. And I'll also share the ones that I have failed at But I'm not going to just talk about something that I've never done at all. Like, I don't understand how people do that. It's just not in my DNA. So rest assured, if you hear me speaking about something, I've talked about it, I've actually built it, and you can sometimes maybe check the description and you'll see some of those businesses that I'm talking about. Or you can just send me a message or post a comment and I'll respond to let you know like what business I built to teach me this particular lesson. So thanks again. I hope this was valuable. Like, subscribe, like all that fancy stuff. It's kind of useful for the algorithm. And yeah, but if you don't, it's fine too. But thanks for listening and stay tuned. I'm trying to do a video every single day. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Peace.